Hey guys, we're here in Wisconsin and it's really cold. And we came all the way here to make my first car suck less. But before we do that, we decided to roast my RX-8 first to heat things up. Alright guys, so before we get into the roasting, I just wanted to take a moment and remind you that this was my first ever car. I got this thing when I was going to college in Daytona Beach. At the time, it was a decision between an RX-8, a 350Z, or a Mazda Speed 3. I ended up on the RX-8, and that is what kick-started my journey into the world of rotaries, and I could have never guessed where this car would take me. This was the same car that I packed up my entire life in and drove from Florida to California to pursue racing full time, and just the amount of memories that I have with this thing is insane. And honestly, I say that I had a decision to make for my first car between a 350Z, an RX-8, and a Mazda Speed 3, but really, I had no choice. I'm half Puerto Rican, and I didn't know it at the time, but rotaries were in my blood, and I was naturally called to this very platform, and honestly, it has been one of my most reliable cars to date. I know, shocking, crazy, Dorito power, but this is a 2010 RX-8 R3 edition, so we had the latest model Renesis engine that was more reliable, and my car still, I'm looking at it now, it still only has like 60,000 miles, so this thing has been with me through so much, and when I finally decided to actually build it, I decided it was going to be a crazy stance car, but we were going to take a little bit of a different approach with it and do all the aesthetics and the wild stuff on the outside first before even touching the engine, and that is why it's honestly been so reliable. But there's been a lot of things that have frustrated me about this car once I started trying to make it a stance car, and yeah, there's a lot of things that we can roast. So just wanted to kind of start with some of the good, and now we'll get into all the bad. It's so freaking cold right now, bro. I am a Florida girl right now, so let's get this roasting session, heat things up a little bit. We're gonna start on the outside, obviously, because we're out here in the cold. The wrap, all right? The wrap, this thing was wrapped like 6 years ago. I knew neons faded. I knew that when I got into this, but it is approaching banana yellow, and that is one of my worst fears when it comes to aesthetics, so we don't like that. It's also just old. It's been left out in the sun the past few months. When I had it in storage in California, there was a cat that kind of made its home on the inside, so there's actually cat scratches all over it, and the door jambs are not done. That drives me crazy. Oh, well, this side is done. The other side isn't done, but we won't show that. The door jambs are done, but they're done really bad and not really finished on that side, so that's always bothered me. But you can see the original color of the wrap in the jams. That's what she used to be like, all that vibrancy, and then now this is what she's like. So that's sad, but we knew that would happen. And I would say the next thing is one of the biggest things, and it's the fitment. Now, when I first started my stance journey with air suspension setup on this car, it was a custom setup, and we got the rear badge sizing wrong. So right now it is not fully aired out, but even when it is, the front is slammed, the rear, it's pretty much the same height, and I can still stick my arm most of the way in there, and it's embarrassing, all right? Like the fitment is not good. It's not good on this car. It never has been, because it literally can't get low enough with the badge setup in the rear. So that has always driven me crazy. Another reason why it was bad as well is because, well, my whole air management system in here is very bad. It was the Endo CVT unit that actually took AccuAir out of business, so I couldn't even really manage the air on it. So So I just never ended up driving this car. For the past few years, it's sort of been parked. And that's one of the biggest reasons why, because if air does go out, I can't physically move the car. It's too slammed in the front, and then it's still monster trucking in the back. So all of that just combined just made fitment whack. I was embarrassed, okay? I'm still like new to the stance world, and I'm a new stance kid, and this was never it. The car, luckily though, is super cool and pretty, and I always like that. But yeah, fitment, wrap, negative 10 points out of 10. It's not great right now, but we're gonna do something about that. Another thing that I get a lot of crap for on the internet is my light setup on the top. I don't know if I'm actually gonna roast myself for it though, because I still think it's cool. And when it's late at night and you guys need to be lit up and you're doing something or we're shooting content, guess what? I got the lights. I do. Who does? I do. Okay, and then everyone's gonna want to be my friends and use my lights. So I like it. It's still kind of cool. I've had it for a long time now though, so I kind of want to see the car without it. So comment below, is it really that bad? Like, do you guys hate it that much? Comment below, maybe we'll end up taking it off. So 50-50 on the light, but I've definitely gotten roasted for it a lot, and I see that, people. One of the best things that I did with this car was put a Pandem wide body kit on it. I love the way that they look at RX-8s. It is so cool. However, I can now not use one of the best things about an RX-8, which is the suicide door. So if I want to use this door, I can't put this part of the body kit on, but I think the body kit needs that. Like, it completes this whole arch. So now I really can't open that door, and that sucks. Especially because since I have an air management system in it, it's not like I can actually use the trunk. So really, it's a little inconvenient sometimes as a grocery getter. Moving over here to the back, I love this wing. Big wing gang, all day. I love it. However, we got to change the angle because right now I can't even really open the trunk. The trunk gets stopped right about here. So that sucks. So there's also like gashes in the wrap from me still opening the trunk, even though it hits the wing, and trying to crawl in there and fix my air management system. So yeah, that's not the best. We don't like that. Also, I don't know what I was thinking about the roof. If you looked at that roof print, it matched the seats I used to have in there, so I thought it was cool. But now that I don't have the seats that have that same print, it's kind of just a little weird. It's a little weird. So we don't like that. Also, comment below other things you want to roast about it, because this is really cold out here. Oh my god. One thing that I used to roast about this kit, and I just did not like it, were the side pieces it came with, these little arrow pieces. They were made out of this really flimsy material, and they broke immediately. They just disintegrated. So shout out Ginge. He copied them and made me metal ones that don't suck. So that's what used to suck and doesn't suck anymore. One of the biggest things that I feel like people roast me about with this car is under the hood. Oh yeah, look at that. Yeah, we're stocked. We're totally stocked, baby. And honestly, even though that's something I could roast myself for because the car looks so crazy, it's almost like when people fully build out like race mods or drift mods on their street car, and you're like, what are you doing? Why? Because it's a street car. Well, I know my car looks insane, it's just not insane on the inside. But I have justification for that. I have a reason. I wanted to actually drive this car while we were doing the build side on the aesthetics so that it was more enjoyable and it wasn't also down building a new engine and you have to dial that in. And guess what? It's been one of my most reliable cars. So even though I will also roast myself for this atrocity, like I don't even have a better air filter on this. So there's a lot I can do. This is totally stock. So yeah, even though I roast myself about it, it's also my reliable rotary car. And I love that for me. And it's really dirty. So yeah. And overall, this car has been left out in the sun for the past 3 months. So it's really dirty. But, we're about to go into a full makeover transformation for this thing. So we left her dirty. Gives me a little more dramatic beginning and end. And yeah, I think I mean, I think those are all the things that I would really roast myself for. Again, comment below if you got any other good ones. I'm sure you guys do. You guys always do. You guys always do. And we love you for it. So yeah, keep roasting me in the comments. Ayo Vid, what if you could say one thing that confuses you? Or a couple things. Like, you know, what would that be?
You know what? I actually really like this car, which is crazy because I don't really like colors. So that's number one. But I actually really like it, dude. The only thing I'll say is that the doors are actually really inconvenient. Like, they look cool, but they are so not the most fun when you got to get out and get your drone.
Yeah. Okay. You know, that's fair enough.
Yeah.
Getting in and out of this car, I love the way they look, like she said. But getting in and out is atrocious.
It's the whole thing.
I can never look cool getting in or out of this car. It takes like my whole strength to pull the door back in, and then getting nothing's clunky because they're heavy, you know. But you know, Lambo's are life. It's worth it, but it's not convenient at all. I like most people that get in and out almost break them every time. It's not just
Stress.
Yeah.
But I actually really love it, to be honest, which is crazy because this is, if I were into cars, this wouldn't be it normally. But I do, I love it.
Oh.
You did good, buddy.
Come on, hey, this is roasting, bro. We need to
Oh.
have heat.
Oh, well, it, yeah.
Okay, yeah, so that's pretty much all things that frustrate me about this build. It was my first ever car, you know, there's a lot of memories with it, it's really sentimental, and when I first decided to actually build it, I was pumped, and it's been really sad to not have it on the road and driving. So we're about to kick off a full transformation and fixing many of these things that we just went over, and hopefully we can find some place to do that here in Wisconsin in the cold. So yeah, we're gonna go take a drive and see if we can fix some of this stuff. Okay, bye. We have 2 days to do this full transformation, and there's a lot on the list. So we currently have all hands on deck.